So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw. Now, before we talk about the main event, we gotta talk about a segment that happened backstage. So yeah, we see Finn Balor with the rest of the Judgment Day, JD McDonough, Dominic Mysterio, Liv Morgan, and Carlito was all talking, and Finn Balor was talking about how everybody's going to be fearing the Judgment Day and all that, and he was talking about how the Judgment Day is going to be taking out people like the OWO that gets involved with them, the Terror Twins, and talking about everybody else on the roster. And then JD McDonough was talking about how the New Day is going to be getting it next weekend. Liv Morgan was talking about how Rhea Ripley's going to be getting it and all that. So yeah, that's what they was all talking about there. Pretty good stuff. But then after that, we get to the main event. It was main event Jey Uso versus Ilja Dragunov versus Braun Strowman versus Pete Dunne in a Fatal 4-Way number one contenders match. So yeah, winner of this match becomes the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship. So yeah, that's what this match is all about. So yeah, we get to this match, and this match, it was a pretty good one. Everybody was beating the hell out of each other, but then Braun Strowman starts coming back beating up everybody else. And then while he was doing that, at one point he starts hitting the shoulder block on everybody outside of the ring, throwing Pete Dunne to the barricade and all that. Strowman then tears apart the announce table, about to put somebody through it. But then Strowman turns around, and then Braun Strowman just jumps off the barricade, hitting a big splash onto Braun Strowman. So yeah, Braun Strowman returns, and he takes out Braun Strowman, laying him out and all that stuff. And then Braun Strowman was out for the rest of the match. Braun Strowman left out through the crowd and all that stuff. And then inside the ring, we see Jey Uso and Ilja going at it. And then Jey at one point hits a spear on Ilja. And then Pete Dunne quickly gets in there, throwing Jey out the ring. He goes for a pin, pinning Ilja. 1, 2. Ilja barely kicks out at 2. Pete Dunne starts smashing Ilja's fingers and all that stuff. And at one point, he tries to hit bitter end onto Ilja, but Ilja fought out of that. He picks up Pete Dunne, hitting a power bomb onto him, and then Ilja hits the H-bomb onto Pete Dunne. He pins him. 1, 2. The pin gets broken up at the count of 2 because Jey Uso rolled into the ring, hitting a super kick on Ilja. Well, then Jey climbs up the top turnbuckle and jumps off with a big Uso splash onto Pete Dunne, pinning him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Jey Uso defeated Braun Strowman, Ilja Dragunov, and Pete Dunne tonight in the Fatal 4-Way match, Fatal 4-Way number one contenders match. So yeah, Jey Uso is the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship. And then after the match ended, we see Jey Uso celebrating and all that stuff. He turns around, and then we see the Intercontinental Champion, Braun Breaker, inside the ring, and he's face to face with Jey Uso when Raw goes off the air. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good stuff. The match and all that, I'll give it 4.5 stars. That's why I'll give it. It was a good match. I'll say that was match of the night for me right there. But the street fight from earlier tonight was good. For tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw, I'll give it 8. I'll give it 9 stars. That's why I'll give it. It was a good episode. But yeah, next week on Raw is going to be a big one. CM Punk is returning on Raw next week and much more. But yeah, that's been my Monday Night Raw reviews. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube. Subscribe to my other YouTube channel, World of Chris. I started posting up WWE news and all that stuff, WWE, AEW, and all of wrestling news on that channel. Go look at it, go check it out, and subscribe to it if you haven't yet. But yeah, and subscribe to this channel as well, Chris McDaniels, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both of my TikToks. I'll be down there in the description box. And I'll see you guys later for tomorrow night's NXT reviews. See you guys later. Till then.